Hello everyone, welcome back to Major Minor. This is Cross. I just want to give a little update on my living situation at the moment. I'm with my cousin now, so I'm like up in another town. I'm trying to get my life together and shit, but in the meantime, while I have free time, I'm going to try to go through more of this game and shit. So I'm gonna have a more consistent schedule now that I have privacy again, so thank God. Anyway, let's continue on with this fucking garbage. Also, I really don't know why Rocker is attached to that save file. It's just... all I really know about this next section is that we have like 4 different like characters to talk to. We already talked to Archer on, so I'm probably just gonna split them into 4 little separate videos so I don't get any like audio desync issues, but as soon as I exit, I look around. It doesn't look or smell any better out here. Of course, Archon wouldn't tell us where we were. Well, he said where you were. You're in a bomb shelter. It was probably for the best anyway. Who knew how Max could be trying to track us? I turned a few corners before running into Rook. Oh, you. Hey there, Minato. I'm glad to see you up and about. Did Archon give you one hell of a speech? I have to say, I was definitely skeptical, but it turns out he knows what he's doing. I knew Singe was acting a little odd lately, but I didn't know he was planning this, an international sting operation. Well, it's good to know that Max is caught, but I didn't know how involved Singe was. I mean, he was playing us all along. Was there ever going to be a tour, or was the whole thing just a front? I worked for him and I don't even know. Yeah, sure, like, Singe was completely fucking insane because it was an act, not because Clace didn't plan anything about this fucking game. I knew it was Max all along, you know, but she threatened all of your lives. I couldn't tell anyone else, or... Kaboom! Archon's story got a little bizarre. No one else believed it but me. I got to see Max's power firsthand. I've never seen anybody move like that. A normal girl could never take me down. Whoa, Rook, I think that's a little bit sexist of you. Not only are you racist, well, I mean, I was joking that you're racist, but you're unironically sexist, because I think even like a pussy little girl could probably take you down. Look at those fucking twig arms of yours, like, shut up. Plus, she knew things she just couldn't. I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't see it. She could disappear, she saw fit. She jumped around like crazy. She had to have been spying on all of us. She preyed on our weaknesses. I've never seen anybody do that before. Wow, Archon must have told them all a lot. But it makes sense that the others wouldn't believe it. The assumption that someone can control time is crazy. Enough to simply laugh away until you've experienced it. Unless you've experienced it. And I heard what Max said on the speaker. Something about you saving the world. Or did she say worlds? I can't remember. I just know that this is above me. I'm not going to get involved. Good. Max just picked me because of our bond. Our bond? I wouldn't say we have much of a bond. I call you a douchebag all the time, and you vented to me through our fucking text messages. Like, in terms of like in-game time, we've only known each other for like 2 days, and at the point you were chosen for the bomb, that was like at most a day, because we came to Japan in the middle of the afternoon, then we had to go to bed, and then we went to the fucking conference meeting. We don't know you. I don't... Seriously, it tries to be pulling the Persona 4 bullshit of like, oh, our bonds are our power, but like, what bond? Shut up. Whatever else you have to do, I don't think it's any of my business. I'll just wait here till we can leave. That's probably for the best. I wonder how long we'd be here, though. Rook seems to be taking this all in stride. Well, you kind of saved my life. I'll believe in anything you say after that. The previous evidence just helps support it. You've given me no reason to doubt you. If Archon was lying, you'd tell me. But so far, both stories seem to line up. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you need to make the rounds. Everyone should know that you're okay. Oh no. My bond with this dude that I only met for like a day is strong enough that he wants to vent to me some more. Oh my god. Although, I have to ask you one thing. I heard Archeron say something interesting. Not that I was spying on you or anything, Just sound travels down here, you know? I can even hear Shock talking from here. I can't. Fucking liar. Nice save, though. He said something that intrigued me. He mentioned bringing people back. Something about his dead sister. He's a very serious guy, isn't he? He wouldn't make something like that up. Is there really a way to bring people back? I don't need to know any specifics, but he'd hardly pull that out of his ass. It's true, Archeron was a very serious guy. I tell Rook that it seems like a possibility. A lot of things were still up in the air, but there were people I wanted to bring back too. So, there's a chance it's possible? I wasn't just hearing things then. Can you promise me something, Minato? Please, bring back Kila. No! 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 No, fuck you. Even if this is Chinese, no, I am literally, I can't live knowing that's it. Who cares? If I had the option, I literally would have killed you both. Fuck you. I feel like I'm a monument to his death. I can't just walk around acting cool. You were never cool. Shut up. It's eating away at me from the inside. Good. I hope you swallowed like a worm that's like eating your fucking intestines. You have to bring it back, Minato. He didn't deserve to die for no reason. He didn't die for no reason. He died because I fucking hated his guts. We all deserve better than that, you know? I'm not bringing him back. Fuck you. I don't know what to say to him. I don't think I can make a promise like that, especially one I don't intend to keep. There's way too many unknown variables at play, especially the fact that I have no fucks to give. I guess it's too much to ask. I'm sorry. I had a little bit of hope. Maybe I can do it, just like last time. What did he mean by that? What the fuck is the matter with you? He rubbed his arms nervously as he gripped his tablet. It doesn't work here. There's no reception at all. It's useless as a brick. He waves his tablet around frantically. I can't even begin to imagine how he's feeling. He's addicted to that thing, but it won't really work. He'd have to be going through some sort of withdrawal. It makes me cringe just thinking about it. But it's true. Max is right all along. I waste too much time on this thing. I didn't even think it was really harmful. But just look at what happened. I was clearly lying to myself. But who knows how long we'll be down here, and I won't be able to use it like I want. So I have no idea what to feel right now. Everyone always tells me to stop. They say, what's so important on there? But I never tell anyone. I just hid it. Max was one of the first people to find out. And look what she did because of it. Strapped me to a bomb, made my past bite me. But I realized the truth that day. A lot of things just suddenly became clear. Facing death can do that to you. They didn't ask because they wanted to know. They asked because they were concerned. What's more important than them? Why did I neglect them for my tablet? Because you're a fucking dweeb. No one likes you anyway. Max said you'd all think I was a freak. That just scared me even more. But I've realized something. I have to. This tablet use doesn't affect just me. It affects everybody around me. And it can hurt them more than it hurts me. Murders and bombs are extreme, of course, but those are just physical ways to be hurt. I fear most of the damage was emotional. I started owning up to it, though. I made some real progress with Jade. Our bond got deeper, that's for sure. Why the fuck do you keep insisting on using the word bond? It just sounds really awkward. Like, a lot of the time he says the word bond, or like any character in this game, really just sounds really forced and awkward as shit. Like, I don't know how to pinpoint that, but but that's the sad thing about this. I was missing out on all that stuff. I could have experienced it years ago. If only I handled my grief a little better. I mean, look at Singe, he's barely affected. I wish I could be as calm as he is. And Shock. Well, bad example, but you get it. I didn't handle mine like a rational guy. I started to wonder what he's talking about. He mentioned that he lost someone close to him. That was back on my first day in Tokyo. But how exactly does this relate to his tablet use? Well, that's the thing. I've never really told anybody before. Max only knew because she was spying. But I have no reason to doubt you. You've kept quiet about the other night. I hate talking about my past that way. So, I guess I can tell you a little bit, but let's not make a big deal out of this. Oh, don't worry, I won't. I'm not like pouring my heart out or anything, fucking baka. Let's call it Fun Facts with Rook. No judging, no laughing, just learning. I'm gonna laugh as hard as I fucking want at you, fucking ice cream hair looking bitch. Like, shut up. It'll make me feel better that way. That sounds like something Rook would do. He has a way of dancing around important topics, but I guess nobody likes confronting their flaws. I'm still a little hesitant, but I need to prove Max wrong, you know? I really don't think I'm a freak. No, you're definitely a freak, alright, and not in bed either, fucking virgin. But there's only one way to find out. I have to start opening up to people. I have to start branching out. It'll be a useful thing to do. That is, if we ever get out of here. I shrug, but he definitely has a point. This might be a place to ponder new beginnings. We could think of ways to make our lives better. Well, I don't even know where to start. So let's go right to the beginning. When I was younger, I had a sort of mentor. I was born to be a businessman, he'd say. I held a gift when it came to that stuff. I was good at organizing and managing, but I wasn't that great with people. It was the one thing I needed to work on. He helped me break out of my shell, though. He taught me how to interact with people. I was never really good at social cues. But soon enough, I was socially adept. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'm good at whatever I set out to do. At that point, I was good at everything. Business management and PR. Not to mention my knack for technology. I'm going to make a long story short here. I left America and I came to Japan. It wasn't too hard to learn the language. That's how I ended up at Cafe Chat, one of the most popular maid cafes here. I'm just imagining Rook dressed up in like a maid dress, and I really do not like that image. Fucking Christ. I became a famous host known all around. Akihabara had everything I wanted. People, technology, opportunity. I used my skills to find happiness. But to be honest, I was a little lonely. My mentor refused to leave America behind. We could only talk to each other online. I never meet him face to face again. To me, he'd just live on in my tablet. But it was better than nothing, right? I had popularity, I ran a maid cafe. He was more proud of me than anything. He really considered me one of his sons. I accomplished everything he dreamed of. There's no better feeling than that. For a time, everything was perfect. But we all know what that means, right? It just went to shit. Tragedy is always sneaking up on us. It was a freak accident that took his life. Something went wrong at an investor meeting. It took a while before the news hit me. He lost his life at an investors meeting? I'd like to think that, like, because the story is, like, trying to be all convoluted, some stupid shit like Max was at the investors meeting and shot the dude. Please let that be the case. Could that be related to what Archeron told me? I started to think he was ignoring me, because to me he just stopped responding. But I was in shock when the truth found me. I'm not proud of what happened next. My ability to perform at the cafe suffered. Eventually, I didn't even want to go. But how could it go on without me? The truth is, it couldn't. But for some reason, I didn't care. I hid in my house and I shut out the world. That's when my tablet use started. It's like a fucking crack cocaine addiction with you, isn't it? Oh my god. I knew a lot about technology. I was a genius when it came to that stuff. So I put together all my skills and... He gripped his tablet even tighter, sniffling softly. I thought I could bring him back. I don't mean for real, of course, but chatting online wasn't real either. I dedicated my time to making a program. That's a bit of a nihilistic worldview to take that it isn't real just because it's online. Like, fuck you, Rook. That invalidates a lot of my friendships. Something to keep me company, you know? Something that would let him live on. I didn't leave the house for months. I ordered all of my food online. This is more important to me than anything. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? He helped me break out of my shell, and then he put me right back into it. No, that was on you, dumbass. Like, pfft. It was such a simple program at first. It would understand small phrases, and it could give automated responses, but that's all I really needed. It wasn't much different from before, and this time he'd never stop responding. Or rather, in this time, he'd never stop responding. Gosh, I must sound insane right now. As we talked, he learned more and more anymore. But like before, he taught me too. All the information took up tons of data, so I had to store him on the cloud. I'm guessing that's why it doesn't work now. But there you have it, feel free to judge. I wanted my friend back, it's pathetic, but there's one thing you just can't deny. Yeah, no, there is definitely one thing I can't deny. You're a fucking loser, and I hope you kill yourself. He helped me, like he did before. We kept talking and I got stronger. Eventually I could leave the house again. But by then, Cafe Chat was screwed. It seemed like they were about to close, so I really only had one choice. I sought employment immediately. That's when Singe hired me to work for him. A smart lackey. I was just what he needed. I wouldn't call you very smart, jackass. The salary was good, but not good enough. It would take years to save Cafe Chat. So I begged him for a lump sum payment. I might have pulled some strings. You know, threatened him a little. I'm just like imagining Rook with like a fucking knife to Singe's throat, be like, you not do it, you fucking bitch, pay me more. But he really did need all my skills. Eventually he caved and he gave me a check, and I cashed it and I instantly wrote a new one. I gave it to Cafe Chat the very same day. I saved the business from bankruptcy, but it's the least I could have done. I put them there in the first place. And that's it, really. We're here today talking. I've come to terms with my mistakes. I'd still talk to him all the time. He'd give me advice on what to say or do. But now I think I need to do that myself. I need to face my problems head on. I can't just hide in my own fantasy. So that's what I'll do if we get out. That and maybe get serious with Jade. Oh, I need to make up for lost time, you know. Woo! Yes, Griffin Mommy, please peg Rook. There's so much we've missed out on. He gives me a soft smile before turning away. This is where it gets awkward, right? Talking about Griffin Mommy's snoo. There's a silence, you're speechless. Don't worry, I'll save you the trouble. But if I could ask you for one more favor, let's try to bring him back for real. That is, if the power exists. Fuck you, no. There's so much more I need to tell him, so much more for him to be proud about, and I'll work with you to make it happen. You know what? Fine, I'll bring back anyone you want as long as it's not fucking Kila. Shut up. He walks away without another word. Well, I guess that solved the mystery of his tablet. I'm unsure what to make of the story. It's quite deep. It wasn't the best thing for him to do, of course. But all things considered, it ended up quite well. Cafe Chat was back in business and he got a new job. He was about to break out of that shell once again. I remember all the time I spent with him, all like 20 minutes altogether. I recall every moment he typed away on his tablet. All those situations were given a new meaning to me, a meaning that doesn't fucking matter. I'd likely never look at him the same way again. He's even more of a jackass and a loser to me now. But this was just the beginning. I had to let everyone else know that I was okay. With that, I walk farther down the tunnel. My mind wonders who I might run into next. And I'm gonna end this one here because, like I said, there's like 2 more characters we have to speak to. So, yeah, see you then.